of Radio Australia's shortwave transmission services to the Northern Territory, as well as international audiences in the Pacific. The controversial January shutdown sparked a public...
Amateur Radio Newsline will continue shortly. This is KH6XP.
Audiences in the Pacific. The controversial January shutdown sparked a public outcry and an immediate call for reversal of the decision. In the meantime, Senator Nick Xenophon of South Australia has proposed an amendment to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation Act of 1983 that would require the shortwave stations return to the air, including its services to areas such as New Guinea and Vanuatu. The Senator has declared the shortwave service vital to thousands of Australians living in rural areas, most especially in the bush. The broadcaster had cut the service, claiming it wanted to focus on its digital offerings instead, and noted that the move would save $1.9 million. That is being accepted by the Senate Environment and Communications Legislation Committee, which is due to make its report on the bill on the 10th of May. One supporter of the Senator's measure is former shortwave radio engineer Gary Baker, who told the Shepparton News recently that even if the measure succeeds, it would take time to get back on the air. He said shortwave broadcast is a highly special staff stored. Told the newspaper, quote, "You can't just grab off the street and get them to run Radio Australia," end quote. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm John Williams, VK4JJW.
The waiting is over. The newest radio communication museum in Great Britain has begun receiving visitors. As we hear from Amateur Radio Newsline's Jeremy Boots, G4NGH.
In the central English city of Derby, the new Radio Communication Museum of Great Britain has been in the midst of two construction projects. The first is the museum building itself, housing exhibits that comprise all manner of wireless communication. The other construction project has been the website, which is growing along with its bricks and mortar counterpart. The building now contains an operations room with transmitters connected to antennas, a mechanical workshop, an ESD electronics laboratory, and a variety of galleries. The museum has at long last been open to groups by arrangement, and formal school programs are expected to get underway very shortly this spring. The museum exists thanks to long-standing radio amateur Steve Hazeldine, JTBM, whose profession is also radio. In addition to his conceiving of the museum, he donated items from his personal collection to create the first displays. Hams like Steve are expected to be particularly drawn to the operations room with its selection of radios dating from the 1930s to the present day, from Collins and Drake.
Amateur Radio Newsline will continue shortly. This is KH6XP.
Radios dating from the 1930s to the present day, from Collins and Drake and Eddystone to Hallicrafters and Flex Radio. There are even former military and commercial AM radios from Labgear and Geloso. The museum, it seems, is now QRV. For more information, visit radiocommunicationmuseum.org. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
We remind you once again of Amateur Radio Newsline's commitment to honoring young talent. Is there a young radio operator who particularly impresses you? Nominations have been opened for the Bill Pasternak Memorial Young Ham of the Year Award for amateurs 18 or younger who reside in the United States, its possessions, or any Canadian province. Find application forms on our website, arnewsline.org, under the YHOTY tab. The award will be presented on August 19th at the Huntsville Hamfest in Alabama. Visit our website for details at arnewsline.org. Nominations close May 31st, and that's just a few weeks away. Identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the W9EAR in Vincennes, Indiana, on Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Imagine what it would be like if your ham shack were a lighthouse on Canada's Prince Edward Island. This report from Amateur Radio Newsline's Paul Brown, WD9GCO, may help.
For hundreds of years, mariners relied on lighthouses to navigate and avoid hazards in the dark and in foggy conditions. Today, sonar and GPS has mostly rendered lighthouses obsolete, but many still exist, and one ham, George Dewar, VY2GF, has great plans for some of them on Prince Edward Island. He explains.
It has been taken over by community groups and turned into tourist attractions. A lot of them have gift shops and museums associated with them. Even though they're not used for marine navigation all that much now, but they are an integral part of the community here in Prince Edward Island, because tourism is our third biggest industry after farming and fishing. So my friend Bernie from Moncton, he's a bit of an antenna, and
Amateur Radio Newsline will continue shortly. This is KH6XP.
an antenna expert, so he brings verticals over and we set up and have fun for the weekend. 160th birthday, and the idea of Canada started here in Prince Edward Island in 1864. So they designated the lighthouse at East Point as the Confederation Lighthouse because it's the only lighthouse still standing that was built in 1864.
This is 860D. I disconnected the connection to the newsline. We're going to have to retransmit that and adjust the audio on the output. This is 860D. Stand by for the net at the top of the hour.
OD from P2 FFT.
K250 860D. Yeah, go ahead, Al.
Okay, hey Dave, just checking to make sure we're getting in here okay. We got a little couple of issues today. Had a little bit of noise on this machine's end, and Pat's machine has some very serious packet loss going on, so I'm going to go through this one if the audio is good enough to hear okay. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah, I got a little bacon frying with you. Can you try and check?
Okay, what, you still got bacon. There might be a bit, we got a lot of noise up in there, so it means, okay, but, Pat's machine, I was just going to go through that as an alternate, but Pat's machine has very serious packet loss going on. He might need to reset his controller or something, but it's like really, I was comparing directly on the Lane's deal, and it was coming through clean on this machine, but really breaking up off of the 925. Go ahead.
Okay, roger that. Hey, Al, do you happen to have the client on your machine? Do you have a client? Go ahead.
I normally do, but it is down right now, there, Dave. Normally do is down right now, so I get you to take the net then, because if it's really bad, I may not have any alternative. I was going to go through Pat's, which would be perfectly quiet, but the packet loss is really bad on there right now.
Okay, Roger. I just don't want you to be missing the check-ins and stuff. Okay. Well, let me get a hold of Pat there, and so kind of sort that part out. All right. AE60D.
Give me a call when you talk to him. We give it a try again. See if we cleaned up on this end for that one. I'll just go through that machine. And yeah, I got to sort out my client here because it's not working right now. Okay, thanks, Dave. K2F15. FFTW60. Hey, how are you?
Starting to sound a little better. I put the antenna back where it was. I'm not sure because the lean was too great.
Oh, okay. Oh, that brought it back a bit. Okay. Oh, thanks, sir, guys. Maybe that's just your radiation was too much.
I think a little bit. I might have to try and reboot the client up here because I know Oceanic was doing some things and did something to the, I don't know, maybe that affected it. So I might turn it off and reset it and see if it does anything.
If you were, accessing everything, it should be okay. I think it was just the too noisy you signaled before. But it sounds like it's. Hang on, I'm gonna disconnect for just a second. I'm gonna do an audio self radio check. Hold on a second.
Airline might be left out. This effort is inclusive.
K2FFD, Dave, you there?
K2FFD, 6OD on landline with Pat. Go ahead.
Oh, okay there, Dave. Just, I don't want to take you away from that. Is this any better a little bit? I don't know if it's, I feel like I got a little fluffy around this too, but anyway, let me know the bottom line if this will work or not, or if you can get Pat going. So thanks. Stand by for you, Dave. K2FFT.
OD, K6 scale.
Good copy, Pat. K6KL 860D. K2FFT. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. Hey, Pat, how are you doing? Dave, yeah, did you get things straightened out?
Okay, Alpha. I forget your middle call sign. Anyway, A6OD, K6 scale.
Yeah, sounds good, Pat. Thank you. Much mahalo. Over to K2FFT. All right. Over to you, Al. You got it. 860D clear.
The computer's got problems, so. Okay, thanks there, Pat. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the net there. Thanks, Dave. Really appreciate it. You're a hero. And K2FFT will start the net in a couple.
This is K6 scale. I'll stay clear. Aloha.
ODK2FFT, Dave. You there?
609, go ahead.
Okay, just doing a double check here. Dave, you hear me all right? Okay, very good. Thanks, Dave. See you in a minute. K2FFT will be starting at about 3 million on the net controller. We'll think about it, and I'll give a call at the net for that, so give us some thought. K2FFT, thanks, guys.
Good afternoon. The time is 4 o'clock p.m.
All right. It is 4 o'clock in the Hawaiian Islands, and that means it's time for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net. And good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are. This is Kilo 2. Activity in the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net. And the handle here is Alpha Leader. I'll be your net control this afternoon. The purpose of this net is to as always, constructive feedback is encouraged, and all licensed amateurs are invited to check in and participate. We would like to thank all those participants in this group for the use of the network. It is a formal net with all net activities directed to net control. We encourage the use of IT phonetics once you learn when you got your license. the regular net operations in the event of an emergency. It covers the Star networks located on all the Hawaiian Islands and many states in the continental U.S. and beyond. We have RF links comprised of VHF and UHF repeaters and flex nodes. Most have 3-minute timers, but a few still only have 2-minute timers. That usually can delay in the system. Therefore, we encourage users to do a minimum 2-second reset every minute or so during transmissions, and this will ensure transmissions are heard by everybody. Also, with all the nodes and repeaters on the system, it takes a little bit for everything to get linked up when you push the pickle button. So maybe wait a second before you start talking, or you'll do what's called quick keying, and we'll miss the first couple of words that you're saying, particularly when you check in Polite. And this concludes the preliminaries. And as always, at this time, we will ask you, we have somebody to function as a net control. Your job would be to back up net control, copy check-in, or met with net control. This is, if you've never been alternate net on control of the system before, now is a good time to get your feet wet. So get your pencil and paper and give me a call now. Well, all I'm hearing is the crickets chirping, so at that point we will go ahead. I'm going to do a solo here, and we'll start with check-ins. And again, when checking in, please give your call sign using ITU phonetics slowly, followed by your name and your location. And I'll verify check-ins one at a time, so please leave space for that control to respond after each check-in. And if we miss you, if we have a double or anything, no big, we'll come back until we get everybody. So this is K2FFT looking for any check-ins at this time from the mainland. We're just going to go for the mainland, or anybody outside the country. Please call now.
Whiskey 8, Juliet Victor Foxtrot, James, Fort Benning, Georgia.
James, bring me back the prefix in your call again. I'm sorry, a little bit of packet loss again got you there. Bring it back. I'm sorry. I know who it is. JVF. Fort Benning. Go ahead and bring me back the call again.
No worries, Al. Whiskey Victor Foxtrot. Whiskey 8, Juliet Victor Foxtrot.
That's right. Thanks, James. Good to hear you. Okay, anybody else from the mainland or outside the country for the Hawaii All-Star Net? This is K2FFT. Please come now. All right, not hearing anybody from the mainland. I'm going to give one more call, though, for the mainland. Anybody from the mainland, we should check into the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net. Please call now. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and move east as we always do, and we'll start with the Big Island. Do we have any check-ins today for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net from the island of Hawaii? Please call now.
Alpha Charlie 7, November, AC7N.
Alright, AC7N, Pascal, got you in there. Thank you, Pascal. Anybody else from the Big Island for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net? Please call now.
This is November, Hotel 6, Whiskey, Tango. Any CWT? Hilo? I don't have any handlebar. My name is Ed Echo Delta. Checking in.
Okay, very good, Ed. There, thank you, Ed. And 6WT. Do we have anybody else from the Big Island for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net? Please call.
W6DL. I'll be in and out.
Oh, yeah, Marvin, we got you in and out there, Marvin. Thanks for checking in, man. And stay good, stay well, my friend. And good to hear you earlier on. Anybody else from the Big Island, please call now. Okay, hearing nothing else, we'll go ahead and move up to the island, county of Maui, looking for anybody in any of the islands in Maui County. That's Maui, Lanai, Molokai, even Koolawi. Anybody wishing to check in, please call now.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Yankee Delta, Joe, Pukalani Maui, in and out.
WH6CYD, Joe, and we have you noted it in and out. Hey, thanks for joining us today, Joe. If you're looking for anybody else in Maui County for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net, please call now.
West Hotel 6, India Tango. Sherman, Ho'olihua Molokai.
Recognize WH6IT, Sherman, up there, Molokai. Good deal. Thanks, Sherman. Anybody else from Maui County, please call now. All right, hearing nothing for a few seconds. Let's go ahead and move to the big city, the city and county of Honolulu, island of Oahu. Please call now if you'd like to check into the net.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Echo Charlie Papa. Whiskey Hotel 6, Echo Charlie Papa. Kevin in Honolulu.
Okay, I have WH6 Echo Charlie Papa, Kevin, and thank you, Kevin. Got you in there. Anybody else from Oahu, please call now.
Kilo Hotel 6 X-ray. Papa, in and out now.
All right, I got KH6XP, and I have you in and out. Thanks, Wayne. Good to hear you, man. All right, anybody else from Island of Oahu, please call now. All right, let's move last but not least up to the island of Kauai. Do we have anybody from the Garden Isle wishing to check in today? Please call me now.
NH7 CJL from the island of Kauai, Met, back to net.
7CJ, and I have you, let's see, I'm sorry there, Matt, were you in and out, or you got a comment for us today? Sorry about that.
Roger, I'll be standing by for comments.
Oh, okay, great, Matt, good deal. We'll be giving you a call then. Very good. Anybody else from the Garden Isle of Kauai wishing to check into the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net? This is K2FFT, your net controller. Please call now.
Hotel 6, Hotel India, Jim, Lihue.
There he is, the light man, NH6HI, Jim. Good to hear you, man. Anybody else from the Garden Isle of Kauai, please call now. Okay, that looks like that's it. Except for I'm going to put out one last call for anybody checking in, wants to check in from anywhere for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net. Please call now, and we'll get you in here before we go back to the list for comments.
For Whiskey. This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Yankee Bravo, Joe, here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Checking in.
All right, Ned has WH6CYB, Joe, the Las Vegas, and I had somebody else in there too. Please, other station, come again.
Oh, Whiskey Bravo 4, Uniform Lima Kilo, WB4ULK, Columbus, Georgia.
Okay, it's on Whidbey Island, Washington, with an in and out.
Okay, I have Whiskey Bravo 4, Uniform Lima Kilo, and I didn't catch the name on that. And I have another station. I'll get right to you there from Whidbey Island. But WB4ULK, could you come back with your name again? We have a bit of packet loss here. Go ahead.
Roger, and the name is Chris in Columbus, Georgia, and I'm in and out. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Chris. We have you in and out. Thanks. And the station from Whidbey Island, it cut off the first part of your transmission. Go ahead and come back again to check in, if you would, please.
No problem. WB7DBJ, that's Whiskey Bravo 7, Delta Bravo Juliet, Gene on Whidbey Island. Just an in and out there. Thank you.
Yeah, oops, very good, Jim. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I can't even read my own writing. Boy, I'm sorry. Could you bring back the first part of your call again? I am so sorry. I do have you in now, but please bring back the first part of your call again.
Okay, it's Whiskey Bravo 7.
Okay, very good. I have you Whiskey Bravo 7 DBJ, Jim, Whidbey Island, and I have you in and out. Thanks for joining us. Sorry about that. We're getting a little bit of packet loss, and I kind of scratched that one, trying to fill it in. Okay, anybody else from anywhere for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net before I go for comments?
Kilo 6 Whiskey Delta Echo, Dave, Mount Alehu, Big Island, Hawaii, via Echolink.
Okay, Lucian, I gotta get you to bring back your name and call again there. I got you in Nalalehu, and I'm afraid we're getting some pretty bad packet loss, so if you don't mind, bring back your name and call again. I'm sorry about that.
Roger, Kilo 6 Whiskey Delta Echo, Kilo 6 Whiskey Delta Echo. Name is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. Name is Dave, over.
Okay, that time very good. Good copy K6WDE, and I have Dave, very good. Okay, that sound right to you?
Yeah, Roger, and it'll be just a one-time check-in. I hope I'm making it through Echolink, over.
Okay, very good. Yep, I got you down as in and out, and your Echolink is doing fine. A little bit packet loss to the repeater here, but you're doing just fine as far as your Echolink, I believe. All right, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. This is K2FFT with the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net. Looking for any additional check-ins before we start on our comment.
This is Kilo Bravo 9 Lima Foxtrot Zulu KB9 LZ. Handle here is Benjamin and location is Columbus, Georgia. Good evening.
Okay, I have KB9 LFZ, Kilo Bravo 9 Lima Foxtrot Zulu, Benjamin, and we have you in Columbus, Georgia. Thanks for joining us tonight. All right, anybody else for the net before we start comments?
Whiskey Bravo 7, Uniform Bravo Charlie, Greg in Aurora, Oregon, and to be in and out, Al, thanks.
Okay, Greg, WB7 UBC, Greg. In and out. Thank you, Greg. Anybody else for the list here before I start with comments?
Kilo Hotel 7, Mike Echo, Jamie, Las Vegas. In and out, please.
Okay, may I have you in and out? I did miss the transmission clipped off the prefix of your call. Could you come back with your call again? I missed the prefix.
Kilo Hotel 7, Mike Echo.
All right, very good. Got you down, K7, Mike Echo, Jamie, and I have you as in and out there. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else in that? Please call now.
Dave, Arizona.
From your KD8 TVO in and out. Oh, must be a big fish. You sound excited there, Phil. Okay, yeah, you in and out. So let that thing pull you off the pier there, Phil. All right, anybody else just for the net before we go for comments?
Alpha Hotel 6 Oscar Delta. Dave, Queen Creek, Arizona.
Okay, got 860D, Queen Creek, Arizona. Dave, thanks, Dave. Anybody else? Anybody? We get one more person, we'll make a list of 20. Well, actually, counting myself, I do have 20. So I don't hear anybody else. So with that, I am going to go ahead and go take it. Well, it's up to the top to James up there in Fort Benning, WHJVF. Hey, James, go ahead. Turn there.
I haven't heard you in a while, but just want to wish everybody a good evening. And it's good that this net still going on. It's still going strong. But anyway, 7-3 y'all. Have a great evening. WHAVF.
All right, Jamie, good to cross paths with you. Good to hear you. And yeah, sometimes, sometimes I'm here a lot, sometimes not so much, but we always love to do the dance here. Okay, thanks, James. AC7 in, Pascal, go ahead there. Take your hand off that 40-meter mic and push the 2-meter pickle.
K2 FFT and the net this afternoon. This is Alpha Charlie 7 November, Pascal and Volcano on the Big Island of Hawaii, where the weather is has been beautiful today, but it's beginning to get cloudy and cooling off a bit. No rain yet, but looks like we might not have as much sunshine here for sunset as we've been having. Hello to everyone. It's good to hear so many from Columbus, Georgia, and also from Fort Benning, as well as Aurora, Oregon, and Las Vegas, and all of the other places that we've heard from today. This is a great net I'd like to say hello to everyone and aloha from Hawaii. Yeah, I'm not on the 40-meter net today, Al, because I'm just sitting out here on the lanai reading while the net's going on and enjoying being outside and breathing some fresh air for a change. But the net was a real disaster this morning on 40 meters. We had no invis propagation at all here in the islands, so a few of us went over to 60 meters and didn't make much better over there either. Let me drop it for a moment, reset. So anyway, the node here that I'm running is very interesting. Found out, I think it was yesterday, that there are places in Hilo that I can get into my node up here in Volcano. Not anything in between, but a few places down there. So we're still learning a lot about how this thing works. So back to you and to the net, K2FFT AC7N.
Alrighty, well that's fun there, Pascal. That's great. Yeah, there are some places. There's a place in Cape you can actually see Volcano Village there. One place at about and I had a data link all the way from the house here, backup data link up to Volcano Village so yes, so you just never know what's possible. That was on 5.8 gigahertz too. Okay, let's see. Next is Ed, NH6WT. Go ahead, Ed.
K2 FFT and that phone, 86WT. Okay, Good evening to all. Sorry, evening. And good afternoon, people from Hawaii. Yeah. It's just a beautiful day, and it's like you call it paradise here. But anyway, it's good to hear Marvin up and going. You better take care. Anyway, nothing else further there. To put in a control in 670.
Okie dokie. Thanks for joining us today, man. And yeah, we're always thinking about the cuz there, man. Doing okay, though, I think. Anyway, let's see. Next on with WH6PL, the Mar was in and out. WH6CYD was in and out. WH6IT, Sherman, up there in Molokai. Go ahead, take a turn there, Sherman.
This is WH6IT or IT over here in Honolulu, Molokai. Nice day today. Kind of a little overcast, but no rain, and it's cooled off a bit since yesterday. Yesterday it was nice and sunny and hot over here in Molokai. So today is kind of nice. It calmed down. I'm not sure we're getting a little bit of fog over here. We've got some corner winds coming in, so we always get a little fog, but don't look so bad this time around. All signals are nice and clear into Honolulu this afternoon. I'm not having any problems getting anybody, so that's really good. Thanks for taking the net. Nice to see everybody up on the net this evening, and I'd like to say hello to everybody. Have a nice week, everybody. Back to net control. This is Whiskey Hotel 6 India Tango.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Sherman. Thank you for joining us, man. It's always a pleasure to do it. Let's see who is next. Kevin, WH6ECP. Go ahead, take a turn there.
Hey, how you doing, Al? And good afternoon, everybody listening in on the net. WH6ECP here in downtown Honolulu. Has been a pretty leisurely day. Just got up from about a 4-hour nap. And just been babysitting All-Star here, learning the little intricacies of this system. And yeah, I've been trying to work on some problems on my hub here, but I think I might have solved it, so only time will tell. All right, back to net control. WH6ECP.
Okay, very good. Very good there, Kevin. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's always something. Oh, my goodness. It is. Today was a real comedy over here. I hear Pat working his magic in the background because the basket loss is just cleaned up completely. So whatever you did there, Pat, your work good. Thank you, KH6K. KH6C was in and out. W7CJ, Matt. Go ahead, take a turn there, Matt.
Hey, y'all. It's Andy in Hawaii. Definitely we had
Alrighty, Matt, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to do the net. I always enjoy doing it. And I should let you know, by the way, you started out really strong, but the audio faded down to near nothing. Then it kind of came back, but I had to turn it up really loud, so I'm not sure if you moved away from the mic or what, but just to let you know there. Thanks for being with us there, Brad. Always good to hear you, man. And by the way, I got that NH7. I think I said NH7. Sorry about that. Okay, next on the list, N868i. Mr. Jim, go ahead, Jim. Take a turn.
Okay, K2FFT in the net. This is N86HI. So, I switched over to the IAXRPT app. I thought it was my end that was a problem, but so I didn't hear most of what Matt said, but so I may be rehashing. Yesterday was the study session for the ham radio test. Got a chance to meet John, WH6. Was a really big class. I'm really happy to see all the people there, and looks like we might have a few new hams on Kauai next week when we actually do the test. We have one more study session next Saturday, and then following that is going to be test. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for now. Going out into the net. Back to you, Al. K2FFT and 86HI.
Thanks, and also, by the way, before I forget, thanks for the correspondence on that little problem. I really appreciate it, all you guys. Okay, let's see. Next is WH6CYB, Joe. I believe that's in Vegas. Go ahead, Joe.
Good evening, Al, and great. Sounding good. Thanks for doing the net there, Al. Yeah, that was my YR checked in and out earlier. The Kilo Hotel 7 Mike Echo. Got her finally to get on the radio and at least check in. Yeah, it's 64 degrees here in be about 47 overnight on the low. So beautiful evening. One of these days I'll get the docks off and get my feet wet and do the net. I'll do it and I'll keep checking in. Again, once again, everybody have a good evening and aloha. This is W6CYB. CYB back to net control.
All right, Joe. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you guys. I've heard you guys get some kind of wild weather out there, so I hope you're doing okay there. But thank you so much for joining us. And this is K2FFT, your net controller for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net, who I think has probably gone over 10 minutes as ID. But I see WB4ULK was in and out, WB7DBJ was in and out, WK6WDE was in and out. The next person I have that's not in and out is KB9LFC. I think he's in Georgia. Benjamin, go ahead, take a turn there. This is K2FFT.
This is KB9LFZ. First time I checked in the net, obviously, I kept getting pelted with text messages from James, WAJVF, and he started using exclamation points. It's like, all right, James, happy now? I checked in. Anyway, I don't know why y'all sent James over here. He's a hoot, man. I'm glad he's definitely coming to the local area and come to our lives, and we got to know who James is. He's pretty awesome. He helped kickstart. I had Asterisk, or I had Asterisk as my own phone system here in the house, and I fooled around with All-Star, and he come over here and started blabbing about it, and was like, all right, time for me to get mine working again, because I had destroyed it somehow. And that's legitimate. I got in it and I fixed it until it broke. But anyway, neat to hear. But net control, you have kind of an accent. Almost sound like you from Wisconsin, y'all hate here, or somewhere in the UP. Where are you from?
Well, Benjamin, I've been kind of all over the place. I'm a first-generation Texan, but I've kind of been all over the place. I've lived most of my life here on the Big Island, but we've lived in Seattle and in the UK. When I was born, we were living in Havana, Cuba, which we lived there until Castro kicked us, all us gringos or whatever you call them, out. And I've lived in Canada, so I've kind of been all over the place. So I don't know. My accent's probably pretty mixed up. Go ahead there, Jim.
Yeah, I heard a couple of words like Dan. It kind of picked out. I lived in Wisconsin for a long time, and I picked up some sort of accent, and then I never really realized it until someone else pointed out. They're like, "You from Wisconsin?" I was like, "Man, possibly. Is it coming out that bad?" But I lived in Kenosha. I didn't live in northern Wisconsin where the accents are really, really thick. So. But anyway, I thought that's amusing. I like checking into some of the nets that they have up there. They have an all-star net on what is it? Man, I can't think. I can't even think number. Anyway, but I'll listen to their nets, and some of the guys will come on with really thick accents, and they're quite amusing. So if you've never heard of it, look it up. It's 24. Now think of it. It's $24.95. And I think they have a Thursday night net and a Wednesday night net and some other stuff. But if you want to get amused by someone else's accents besides the Australians, listen to that. They're a bunch of good guys. Anyway, that's all I got. I hope everyone does okay and enjoys their day tomorrow. This is KB9 LFZ.
Okay, Peter. Well, thanks very much for joining us. And tell James I said good job getting you on here. That's great, man. More the merrier. Okay, very good. And let's see. We have WB7 UBC was in and out. 87ME, that's Jamie. That's she's in and out. 88 GVO, I think the fish is pulling them under. And AH6OD, Dave, you're bringing up the rear end as I have it so far, bro. Take a turn, please. This is K2FFT.
Oh, roger that, Al. Thanks for taking the net. Good afternoon even to everybody. It's 71 degrees here in Queen Creek, suburb of Mesa, Gilbert area here in Arizona. Wind is about 7 miles per hour. Humidity 17%. It should go down to 50, and then it's going to be 80s this week. So I'm loving it. We are glad to be here. You see. But other than that, still working on a number of things. Been playing with JT65. Made a couple of contacts there. I've got my tuner in, MFJ994BRT, so I'll be working this week to get that up in the attic and get the wire antenna installed. Looking forward to getting things done there. Other than that, good to hear everybody up on the system, and back to net control, AH6OD. Thank you, Al. Mahalo.
All right, and thanks to you there, Dave, for being in here, and also thanks for your help before the net there. Greatly appreciated. And still getting some packet loss, I'm afraid, that came back, so we'll figure that out, I'm sure. But anyway, thanks so much, Dave. And that's the end of the list as I have it, so I'll take a quick comment here just to say it's a beautiful day here in Paradise Park, 81 degrees, 63. Dew point, 50% humidity, kind of gusty winds out of the southeast to 18, almost like a front that's getting closer, a low pressure system, but the weather's nice. And let's see, what else? Just want to send out my best wishes and hope to Marv WH6PL, who gets in here sometimes. You heard him check in and out. And I would request that all of you keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He had a rather serious medical situation with a stroke kind of thing, and we're all thinking of you, Marvin. So, and what else going on? Not much. I'm going to build another antenna. I've been having some fun playing around with the antennas a little bit for HF. I'm going to have build an MVIS antenna that's going to be very close to the ground, but the feed point is going to be very low. so I got to get a sub, a very low. I got to get a balun to put on there that's going to take about 12 and a half ohms, turn it to 50 on coax, so that'll be interesting, but should work nicely. This is for 40 meters, of course. And what else? My client broke, my computer actually broke here, so it's always something. I swear. The more stuff you have, the more stuff there is to break. That's sometimes why I love the piano and the math. They don't break. They just work. Okay, with that, that's enough blather for me. Reset. And this is K2FFT, your net controller for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net, and we have come to the end of our checked in, so we're looking at this point for any late check-ins before we start the proceedings to close the net from anywhere. Any late check-ins anywhere, please call now.
K6 PGA, Kalapana, Hawaii.
KK6 PGA, Rich, go ahead there, Rich, take a turn there.
Okay. Down on the southeast side of the super people right now. That's why we're here. It's just low humidity, light breezes, probably 84 still in the sun, and just looking out on the big blue Pacific, and yeah, I'm feeling grateful. So good to hear everybody there, and mahalo there, Al, for taking the net. I just kind of got in here late and heard Jim out there. Haven't talked to you in a while, and Dave and everybody else. Thanks for what everybody's doing for helping the system, and just a lot of mahalo to everybody, and aloha. We'll send it back to you, Al. K2FFT, KK6 PGA.
Alrighty, always my pleasure there, Rich, and always good to hear you in there, man. Very good, man. Thanks. And actually lost there, but I think we're getting from two different places today there. Just one of those things today. Okay, anybody else to check in to the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net from anywhere, please call now.
Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Dale on Maui.
Kilo Bravo 9 Echo Whiskey Papa Mike in Oakland, California.
Kilo Hotel 7 Mike Sierra Blake on the Big Island.
Okay, very good. I got 3 more people in there, and let's see. We'll start with Dale. Hey, Dale, there you are. Would not be complete without you. Take a turn there, Dale. Good to hear you.
K2FFT as net control with WH6EDT. Yeah, good saying, Al. Sounds really good. We've got the overcast, just like Sherman had to say, but I don't notice any fog or anything like that. So it is a beautiful day here, even with the overcast. That's Hawaii for you. And I reflect the same things that Rich had to say there, and I'll just turn it back to you. You know me. WH6EDT back to net control.
Alrighty, Dale. Well, thank you very much for doing it. Let me catch up with you. I haven't talked to you in about a week, so it'll be fun to catch up with you. And it is a beautiful day here, too. Okay, KB9EWP, Mike, go ahead, take a turn.
This is KB9EWP, and a little late into the net, just wanted to check in. had a partly cloudy day today. It's probably down to the 50s now. But we got a little break over the weekend from the rain on Thursday and Friday they came through. That's all I have. I'll say 73 and back to net. KD9 EWP.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Good to hear you in there, man. Thank you very much, man. And let's see. Then we'll break with Mike and move to Blake. KH7MS. This is K2FFT. Go ahead, Blake.
All right, thanks for taking the net. This is KH7MS, and I'm down near South Plain on the Big Island. I guess just wanted to check into the net. Actually was doing some work here on my repeater and almost forgot to check in, so I thought I'd at least come on and check into the net. I got nothing else. Net control. This is H7MS.
Okay, thanks, Blake. Thanks for joining us. Sure good to hear you there, brother. And let's see, that brings us to the end of the list as I have it with our additions. Do we have, before I close the net, any more last-minute check-ins? Please call now. This is K2FFT. Okay, well, that sounds like that's it for today, and that puts a wrap on the check-ins, and that's a nice crowd, counting myself with yesterday. So it's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, all you guys, man. All righty, do we have any final announcements or comments or questions or other traffic for the net before we close? Please call now.
WT comment.
Yeah, go ahead there, Ed. 6W.
Yeah, Roger, thank you. Yeah, for those who experiencing like packet loss or receiving side or on the transmitting, the easiest way that you can try to help to cure the 95%, it does help. If you're running a Bigglebone or Raspberry Pi 2 or 3, have your system reset there. That can cure the packet loss problem there. But other than that, if it doesn't, that's the internet problem of the provider. That's beyond your power there. So yeah, so whenever when you're experiencing some like packet loss, but you reset your whole entire system there. Okay, nothing else. NA6WT back to net control.
Okay, thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. Thanks for that. And do we have any other comments, questions, announcements, or other traffic for the net before I close? All right, hearing nothing. Then I have one little thing, and that's just a quick reminder for anybody that's on HF about tonight's 8 o'clock session which ostensibly starts on 40 meters, but sometimes the band is no good, so it'll start it on 75 meters on 3880. So if anybody wants to join that, don't forget about that. That's always fun. That's run by Rick W6FC. Okay, that is voluntary, and everyone's invited to participate in a net control or an alternate net control. And if you'd like to act as a net control, please contact AH6OD or NH6HI, and we will schedule you in. Your email address, their email addresses are good in QRZ, and it's a good chance for you to hone your skills in the event that you happen to be the first responder in an emergency situation. And I forgot to mention also Jesse W86AV can also get the word in to schedule you in, although I'm not sure he's very busy, but right now I believe. Please feel free to hang out after the net for the rag chew. There's usually some chatter afterwards. We love to hear from people. And join us every Sunday starting with Amateur Radio Newsline on or about 0130 UTC or the 3:30 Hawaiian Standard Time, followed by the net at 0200 UTC, 4 o'clock Hawaiian Standard Time. Wait. So, with that, this is Phase 73 and aloha to everybody, especially the folks back east that stay up for later. Thanks to you guys for joining us. And we'll go ahead and close the net at this time of 16:47 Hawaii Standard Time. Thank you so much, everybody. This is K2FFT returning to frequencies and nodes and repeaters back to normal use. Thank you, everybody.
Now, after this, H6M.
Well, we had a kind of a pile up there. I think somebody was calling me, but it's kind of a triple there. Didn't really catch anybody out of that. This is K2. I just knew that somebody heard my call there. K2FFT standing by.
Yeah, NH6M here.
Oh, hey, Dewey. Oh, look there. I see my waterfall's gone dead. You guys must have got on over there, man. How are you tonight?
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, the band took a dump just as Kau Bob was closing the net. So, yeah, back to you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I just kind of glanced at it, and I thought it did take a dump. Look at the waterfall. Oh, well, I'm glad it did. It's somebody else and not me. I hate it when it does that when I'm doing net control. But part of the vagaries of life here, I'll put you down.
Yeah, sure. Put me down.
Ah, that's awesome there, Dewey. Yeah, we got you down. That makes you make number 24. Pretty good crowd, huh?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I'm on my UHF box, using the both playing on low power, so there you go. Got to do some work on the VHF one. I think the beagle bone has finally died like a rat. It still works for, regular repeat function, but I can't get it to sign on the net, so I think the software's probably gotten scrambled.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we reflashed or something. I had one that went dead. The USB driver was funny. So I reflashed it, and it came back to life. That wasn't it wasn't a beagle bone, it was a raspberry, but you never know. But yeah, me too on the VHF repeater. So they got to do work on it. We got a noise that got into our one. I think we got maybe a ground or something acting funny because it was biting us one time before that way. And when you have a bad ground there, then the thing will heterodyne with the power line, low frequency power line noise, and put it right. That's always fun there. Always fun there, Dewey. That's how it is. Ham radio, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. All too well. Well, I managed to move the receive antenna for the VHF to another location, and that leaves the big pole free, so we'll get my 4B TV put up. Have a vertical for HF. I keep looking at JT65 waterfall, and it looks pretty good, but I know if I want to get out, I'm going to need me a vertical. Radiation. Back to you.
I just think you said that pole lifted empty, and I'm thinking that's not going to be empty very long. You know how that is. You look at that and you just say, oh, somebody's got to be on there. That thing just doesn't look right if somebody's not on there. But that JT65, have you actually had a chance to mess with that, do you? Are you just getting ready to, or have you tried it yet? It's amazing how little it will work with. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I've got the 7300, and I've got a pretty substantial Windows 10 PC. It's got, 8 gigs of RAM and I think it's got an AMD quad core. It's an HP tower, fairly new one, less than a year old, and it works pretty darn nice. And I can copy, even with the older version that I have, I can copy stuff way the heck down into the noise floor, and it picks it up just quick smart. Back to you.
Okay, yeah, then you know about them more than I do. Probably. Isn't that amazing though? It's incredible how that thing can pull them out. That sounds like my tower computer I have. I use that for flight system. Actually, it's kind of dedicated to that purpose. So it had an AMD machine in there. I like writing code for AMD, the assembly code. But the instruction set on that process is really nicely set up for keeping cache coherency. But it's been a while since I did that. But anyway, yeah, that GT65 is amazing. The one that pushed me to try that was Jim up there at NA6HI. So I downloaded it. I was within like 5 minutes to do it. I was doing some contacts, and it wasn't even wired up to the radio. I just held the microphone up and pushed the button with the right time to synchronize. So pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah, it'll do that. I've done PSK 31 that way with a laptop, and it works pretty good. Now, what I find really fascinating is Olivia. I'd done a few QSOs with Olivia, and then a friend of mine told me, oh, well, if you're looking for Olivia stations, just look real close at the waterfall and disable the squelch on the FL Digi. I did that, and sure enough, I could copy stations below the noise floor. Don't understand how you can do that, but it happens, I guess. Got somebody like, full quality print, and he was below the noise floor, and I'm going, what the heck? Good fun. Back to you.
It is good fun there. No, I haven't tried Olivia yet. They're doing this on my. I gotta try that because I do have FL Digi just downloaded. I gotta try that. Now you need because there's a number of these modes I haven't tried yet. Even though I did TTY years ago, I'm sure you heard Turvey tell you guys on the net about having an old Model 19 machine with the tape punch and everything, but things have come a long way since. Now I gotta give that a try, but it is amazing, isn't it, what you can pull out that signal processing. That's why that stuff to me is it's not magic. It's very understandable, especially if you're mathematically inclined, and it's actually really beautiful mathematically. But it seems like magic, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I have no real interest in working RTTY. I did that aboard a Navy ship for 4 years for a living, and I think I've worked enough teletype to last 2 or 3 lifetimes. So, yeah, I'll dink with PSK, and don't like FL Digi for PSK. I still use Hamscope, which is an ancient program. But man, it sure does fly when you run it on Windows 10. And for all the other stuff, I do use FL Digi. Olivia, MFSK, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. Good fun, crazy stuff. But, yeah, and it all works well. Anyway, I better let you go. And probably some other people waiting to chat at you. K2FFT, NH6M, we be clear.
Alrighty, Doobie. Thanks for that shout, man. It was good to hear you. We got you checked in there for sure. Yeah, that stuff's so easy. I really got a kick hearing you telling us on 40 about doing full duplex with TTY. I think it was on, 9 and 13 meters or something. I thought that was really cool, man. I love that story, but but I bet you a secret TTY. I bet you had that up to your ears. All right. Thanks, Dewey. Good to hear you. Maybe we can catch up with you. I know you got to go, but are you going to be on the 8 o'clock tonight? You got to get on the net?
That's a Roger. I think I'm just going to start out on 80. Now that I've got that new trick whammy common mode choke to knock down a little bit of my noise, I should be pretty good on 80. And we'll just have to see what happens. So, yeah, I'll be here at 8. No worries.
All right, dude. Great. We'll be looking forward to that. And, yeah, I'm about to build a new 80-meter antenna. And so that's going to be a fun little project. Thanks, dude. We'll catch up with you later. See you at 8 o'clock. And, yeah, just, given what happened to 40, I'm not even going to bother. I'll just tune up for 75 meters there, or 80 meters. See you later, dude. Thanks, man. 86M, K2FFT, 5 months.
Good afternoon. The time is 5 o'clock p.m.
NH6HI mobile. NH6HI Mobile, NH7CHA. Hi, company, team. I copy you, Matt. I can't give you a real good signal report. I'm not on the client, but you're coming in. Not like what happened in the net.